Welcome back to Baseball Town, ladies and gentlemen. A whole week has passed since we've been in FirstEnergy Stadium, and looking forward to being back here against the New Hampshire Fisher Cats as your Reading Fightin' Phils begin a 6-game set against the Toronto Blue Jays affiliate, which is interesting since the Major League team will play against the actual Toronto Blue Jays this week. 2 games beginning today and tomorrow. Their game starts at 7:07, so we'll keep close tabs on that as it is an interesting series. They head up without a couple of key players due to vaccination status here, so we will see what that series entails for them and for the prospects at the younger levels as the Fightin' Phils jog out onto the mound. Starter Ethan Lindau will get up on the rubber, and we'll throw it down for the singing of the national anthem, and then return back with first pitch here at America's Classic Ballpark in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. We invite our active military and all veterans to please salute the flag. And now, please welcome Nicole Napolitano, who will perform our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It's time to play ball here in Baseball Town as the Reading Fightin' Phils begin a 6-game set against the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Both teams sitting at 36 and 45 on the season. Now, Reading has been a little bit better in the first half, 7 and 5, while the Fisher Cats are 5 and 7. The Fightin' Phils just split the series with the Richmond Flying Squirrels, and the Fisher Cats split their series with the Hartford Yard Goats, so both of these teams coming in about even, and I think that's going to make it a fantastic series.
And
Ready?
I know we talked about this earlier, but as you just said, it's going to be a great series. I mean, these teams are pretty much both even, kind of up and down throughout the season, and Reading is coming off of a loss, but they were able to get 3 straight wins after losing the first 2 games of the last series. So interested to see if they can find success at home.
I think the Fightin' Phils really showcase what they're capable of. When the team was in Richmond, you saw the flares of greatness there, and just when it comes together, I think it's going to be really fun to watch, and hopefully today will be that day as they send lefty Ethan Lindau out to the rubber. He'll be throwing down to catcher Logan O'Hoppe. Back behind the plate, that's the Phillies' number 3 prospect. Johan Rojas, the Phillies' number 4 prospect, out in left. Simone Muzziotti in center. And Jalen Ortiz in right. Those are all 3 huge prospects. Over at first base, Aldrin Corridor. At second, Wendell Rijo. At short, Jonathan Guzman. And at third, here in Major League Rehab, is Johan Camargo. And I'm pretty sure this is the best lineup that manager Sean Williams has gotten to put together this season.
Yeah, definitely. And Camargo, hopefully he can get back to the big Phillies at this point. They've been dealing with a lot of injuries. as of right now. I mean, Jean Segura's been on and off the injured list. Didi Gregorius has been on and off the injured list. And so is Camargo. It's on his second stint on the 10-day IL with that right knee strain. So the Phillies could definitely use him right now. I'm interested to see if he helps the Fightins win this game.
He's going to play very in on the grass here as the first pitch from Lindau to Zach Cook. At 7:02 is a beautiful strike on the outside corner. Cook leading it off on the left side here, so a southpaw matchup as Lindau hits his spot on the outside corner once again. Raphael Lantigua or Elvis Martinez and John Aiello, the top four for the Fisher Cats. With 2 strikes, stepping back a little bit to the lefty is Camargo. And he fouls it back. He'll go again. Addison Barnger making his Double-A debut today. He'll be batting 5th. Cam Eden in the 6th hole. And then Phil Clark, Davis Schneider, and Sebastian Espino rounding out 7 through 9 for the Fisher Cats. This is a hefty swing and a miss as Zach Cook takes the first strikeout of the game. Back to the dugout with out number 1 here. And Ethan, just 4 beautiful pitches to get us started here. His 1 win on the Double-A season, joined us just a little bit ago from High A, and he's really sliding in well to that starter role. 32 Double-A innings, but my favorite part about his stat line as he comes outside to the righty Lantigua, just 4 walks to 31 strikeouts. Impressive control from a younger pitcher. And, you know, I think the Phillies are really pleased with that. Comes inside to Lantigua, 1-1 the count here, 1 out, no score, top 1 at America's Classic Ballpark. Overcast skies today, but I think the rain should hold off as this pitch goes up and away, 2-1. It is hot, it is humid.
It's very sticky out there, and thankfully the stronger storms are staying south of us.
Ethan comes home, a hefty swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, makes it 2-2. I'm interested to see how the ball is going to hold up in the sky today because it is thick air today. The ball usually flies at America's Classic Ballpark. There's not really any wind to carry, and there is a lot of moisture in the air to hold that ball.
And that's a contrast to earlier today. The wind was blowing that American flag way out of this ballpark, but as you can see, it's calmed down a little bit.
Full count here to Raphael Lantigua. Lindau kicks and fires. This is chopped to short. Jonathan Guzman backhands it over to first, and there is out number 2. Lights are on here at the ballpark just because the sky is a little bit on the darker side. Nothing that's not playable right now for the Fightin' Phils. 76 degrees here at the ballpark. I got to check the feels like because
I was only off 3 degrees on the lineup card for today.
There you go. Feels like 88. That's crazy. Humidity 74% right now. As Ethan will see Elvis Martinez in for a first pitch ball. 2 quick outs on the board here for the Fisher Cats. Martinez has a 1-0 count. This one's up away, 2-0.
Martinez, the second prospect in the Blue Jays organization. So it's definitely ranked high. We'll see how he keeps on moving throughout the system, but definitely a bat that the Fightins are going to want to be ready for in this game.
He was a guy that hit really well against Reading in this team's first matchup. Reading took 4 out of those 6 games. And Martinez, the reason they like him, I mean, he is a true power hitter. 19 home runs on the season, 11 doubles. So pretty much half of his hits are for extra bases. Kind of slipped a little bit since we last saw him, 212 average, but we'll see how he fares at America's Classic Ballpark. The 3-1 is a slow roller to first. Fielding it is Lindau. It's a race to the bag. The pitcher slides in and he beats him. Man, pitchers are athletes.
And that's the second play that we've seen Ethan Lindau make like that. I mean, last home series, he laid out and got the ball to Aldrum Corridor at first base. That one, he takes it himself. Impressive athleticism from Lindau.
So he sets him down in order here as we head into the bottom of the first. The Fightins have a chance to get on the board early here at America's Classic Ballpark. The Seidel Auto Group Deck Picnic appeals to both die-hard and casual fans with its summer picnic-like and fun tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in prime home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Golden Oaks is an award-winning high-end golf club that offers golfers a country club experience without country club prices. With 5 sets of tees, golfers of every skill level will enjoy their game. Golden Oaks has Bogey's Pub, a beautiful pro shop, driving range, and learning center that will make any visit complete. Golden Oaks Golf Club is the perfect venue for private events and golf outings. Visit us for our newly opened golf simulators, complete with its own bar area and Bogey's Pub menu items available. You can stay in our beautifully restored 1850s farmhouse and then play our award-winning championship golf course. Each room includes full amenities, cable television, and quaint rustic decor. While on the premises, visit Bogey's Pub for lunch, dinner, or a relaxing beverage. We're ready to serve you here at Golden Oaks and look forward to the 2022 season.
Here's Simone Muzziotti to lead us off in the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Muzziotti, Rojas, Camargo, and Ohapi, followed by Jalen Ortiz, Wendell Rijo, Aldrim Corridor, AJ Graffinino, and Jonathan Guzman. How about that top 4? That's incredible.
I think this is the best lineup on defense and offense that we could have possibly had this season, even when Mickey Moniak was here. And
that was pretty solid.
He was contributing heavily on offense too, but this is exciting.
Here's the righty Luis Quinones. Gets a first pitch strike to Muzziotti from the left side. He'll be throwing down to Phil Clark today. Eden in left, Zach Cook in center, and Espino over in right. Barger making his Double-A debut in the hot corner. Martinez and Lantigua, the middle infielders, and John Aiello over at first.
Muzziotti had his first home run in Richmond of the season, so it would be nice to see him keep that momentum going, especially at home, since he has been kind of in and out, off and on the injured list. So wouldn't you love to see him get going?
Definitely would, as he fouls this back, evening the count 2-2. Also had his first stolen base of the season in Richmond as well. I think that was I think that was going to be a good breakout 3 games for the Fightin' Phils, as Quinones kicks and fires upstairs, and the count is now full to start off Simone Muzziotti. Tanner Moore, the crew chief, calling the balls and strikes back behind the plate. Jen Powell down the first base line, and Kellen Martin over at third. This full count offering hits the outside corner. Muzziotti will take that slow stroll back to the dugout. So both of these sides start with a strikeout here, as Johan Rojas will come up.
Talk about a guy that's found his rhythm so far. He leads in the last 10 games, he leads the team with 14 hits and has a .341 batting average, a .438 on base percentage with 6 walks, and a team best 6 stolen bases in the last 10 games. He has really given this team a spark.
Takes a first pitch strike from Quinones. I think a lot of people, not me, but other people questioned when he got called up to Double-A if this was a jump that he is ready for, and he has proved in the past week and a half that he has been here that he deserves to be on this roster, as he takes a swinging strike on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball 0-2. He's reached base successfully in every game he's played in. He's stolen 6 successful bags and hasn't been caught, and he's played really solid defense in all 3 outfield positions. The 0-2 shot out to left center. Eden racing back a couple steps in front of the warning track, and he makes the catch just as the sun begins to peek through the clouds here at America's Classic Ballpark. It is really dark down past right field over the mountains, and that is clearly where the storm is getting caught, because it is a perfect sunny day down the left field line.
That's Pennsylvania weather.
That is definitely Pennsylvania weather, as there's 2 outs, and Johan Camargo, big leaguer, steps up here. Was on rehab assignment in Lehigh Valley prior to this week. They hit the road, so he's going to stay at home and join us here at the ballpark. Happy to have him with us. A switch hitter will bat from the left side here against Quinones. With 2 outs on the board, scoreless in the bottom of the first. They'll have a very solid shift on him. Barger pretty much standing at short, manning the left side of the infield. Camargo takes a pitch up and away, 2-0. Johan will get big league balls and no pitch clock here. As a part of the Phillies roster since the start of the season. Takes a pitch inside, mainly left side of the infield. See him at short and at third base. As Alexis mentioned earlier, he's been on the injured list twice this season, but working his way back. A lot of that right knee sprain giving him issues as he takes a called strike. And now it moves to 3-1.
And we'd also like to see him get back to the big leagues, especially with how Alec Bohm just had a finger injury too, so we don't know how long he's going to be out for, but just another infielder for the Phillies that's gone down with an injury.
Camargo smacks this foul, and now the count is full. I'm hoping that it's good signs that the Phillies today chose to put him on the restricted list because of his vaccination status. He wouldn't have been going to Toronto for these 2 games either way. And they could have put him on the IL, but instead they chose just the restricted list. So I'm hoping that's good signs for the finger as the payoff pitch sends down Camargo swinging. And the Fightin' Phils go in order just like the Fisher Cats do. So on to the second here, scoreless at America's Classic Ballpark.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Into the top of the second we go here. Ethan Lindau will take the rubber in a scoreless game. Everybody went down 1, 2, 3. Ethan needed 15 pitches and Quinones needed 15 pitches. Both of them threw 9 strikes. So we head into the second. We'll see John Aiello, Addison Barnger, and Cam Eden for the Fisher Cats here. The sun is still out and bright, so it is just interesting the way this day has worked. Shadows trickling from left to right. Hopefully they don't give Johan Rojas a problem out and left as Aiello takes a swinging strike down 0-1. This is chopped on 2 hops to short. Guzzi across the diamond. The throw beats the runner, and there is out number 1. Here's Addison Barnger with 1 away. Barger making his Double-A debut since being called up from High A. Now this is where it gets interesting for the Fisher Cats. They're High A in Vancouver, and I can't imagine what that must be like to try to make the roster moves. I mean, the Phillies are making roster moves constantly, and I feel like that must just not be possible when your affiliate is so far away. I know the situation for the Giants is similar when we were in Richmond. They have San Jose. So Vancouver, they're low A, Dunedin, they're high A, and then, of course, the Fisher Cats are their Double A, and then they go up to the Buffalo Bison as Barger takes a ball and a strike. Lindau to the lefty, comes outside, 2-1.
The Phillies had enough trouble as it is placing guys on the restricted list because of vaccination status. I mean, that's got to play a part in this as well.
Even just utilizing your passport to go back and forth is sometimes not always the easiest thing. As Barger sends this foul into the dugout, 2-2. And he's over at third base today.
Look at his face. He kind of looks like Alec Bohm.
He does. Well, he's got that flippant hair back behind his cap as well as he strikes out swinging. Ethan picks up his second K here in the second inning for out number 2, and here is Cam Eden. Eden, 238 average on the season here. Will settle in the righty batter's box with 2 outs. The infield resets, pretty much playing straight up. He takes the first pitch strike. Lindau working very quickly. Righties bat just 207 against him. Lefties bat a little bit better as he goes outside, 1-1. Fightin Phil's made a couple roster moves today. Other than Camargo being added on Major League Rehab, they sent Bubby Rossman up to Lehigh Valley, and we reinstated Trevor Bettencourt from the 60-day IL. He had been rehabbing a couple different places, but we'll see him potentially out of the bullpen sometime during this series, so we'll talk more about that as we get to it, as Eden takes a pitch inside, 3-1. Ethan gets him to foul it back sharply into the stands, and now the count is full. Give it to a little kid up there. He looks pretty psyched as he takes the ball back to his seat. Another foul ball back by Eden to stay alive. Two outs, scoreless, top of the second. Lindau on the payoff pitch. Gets another foul ball out of Eden. Corridor gives it chase, but he runs out of room as it ends up in the right field grandstand. And he'll keep his full count. Pitch number 9 of the at-bat impending. Here's the payoff pitch. Shot out to center field. Muzziotti running back at the wall over the shoulder. He bounces in. Does the catch count? No. They said he did not keep that in his glove long enough to rule it a complete catch. As he slammed into the wall in center field, it popped out, and that's going to be ruled. Well, we'll have to see what it's ruled, but he's going to be on second base with 2 outs. They're going to rule that as an error on Muzziotti. And Fisher Cats will have a runner in scoring position here with 2 away for Phil Clark, the catcher.
And that's a rare error by Muzziotti in center field. He's almost perfect out there all the time, but it almost looked like he was giving it a look like it was going to be out of the ballpark. As you said, that air is thick out there. It hung up there.
It came down inside, and it looked like he had it over the shoulder, and I think just was slamming into the wall. It popped out, but you got to be able to keep a glove on it. And so the runner will end up at second here with 2 outs, and Lindau will have to work out of the stretch to the lefty, a ball and a strike. The Phillies just beginning their game in Toronto. Andrew Bellotti on the mound. Vlad Guerrero, Bo Bichette, of course, highlighting the Blue Jays roster. They're scoreless in the bottom of the first. Ethan comes down and away, 2-1. Ethan leans over, gets the sign from his catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. Eden out at second. Does have 2 stolen bases, or 7, stolen bases under his belt, but this is grounded right into the glove of Aldrim Corridor. And he runs up, he makes the play, and so Lindau strands a runner on second here as we go to the bottom half. The Fightin' Phils still have an opportunity to get on the board here as we are scoreless at America's Classic Ballpark.
Hey, psst. Yeah, you. You want to buy some low-priced groceries? Just follow me into this well-lit Lidl grocery store. Here at Lidl, we buy in bulk and cut down on costs wherever possible. Then we pass the savings on to you. Trust me, everything's done totally legit and above board. Nothing to be worried about. Yep, Lidl's pretty great. It's just your run-of-the-mill grocery store, except with way lower prices. Lidl. Suspiciously low-priced groceries.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Betances throughout the 2022 season. Visit Alex's convenient website at brgpa.com and search for your perfect home today. His custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and he's there to answer all your questions. Call Alex today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Betances is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 11 Savage Auto Group Fiesta Friday games during the 2022 season. eXp Realty Group and Alex Betances, where every move matters. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com. Lindau has kept the Fisher Cats quiet here as we enter the bottom of the second. Scoreless, Quinones will see Logan O'Hoppe, Jalen Ortiz, and Wendell Rijo to start things off. As Logan takes the first pitch strike, the Fightins are wearing their throwback black jerseys with the matching R-Train cap, a fan favorite here at America's Classic Ballpark with the home white pants. As Logan loads, but he holds off on a ball. Count moves 1-1. The Fisher Cats are in their road gray pants, bright red tops with the NH on the front, and the matching navy and red brim cap with the Fisher Cats logo. Very opposing colors here, the black and the red.
I think it's a favorite of the teams, too. I mean, they want to wear these jerseys.
Oh, yeah, they requested to wear the black. We used the Throwback Thursdays, now adding them to the mix on Tuesdays as Logan rips this out to left center. Zach Cook back, racing over. Calls off Eden, and he makes the catch for out number 1. And here's Jalen Ortiz.
They are 5-4 at home with the black jerseys, so I've found a lot
That
of
is well
success.
tracked data. That means quite a bit.
7-5 overall. See if we can add a win to that total today. 2 chances this week.
Jalen, an open stance in the righty batter's box. Will send this the opposite way on the first pitch, and that's going to drop in, going all the way to the wall. He's going to take 2. Hustling for second. He's going to take 3. Here's the play at third. He dives in. Is he under the tag? No. He'll get credit for the double. I love the hustle there, trying to turn it into 3. And at first, the Fisher Cats, I think they were surprised that he was about to take 3, but a great throw in from Espino to the cutoff man and on to third. And there's out number 1. He does get credit for the hit, so the Fightin' Phils do get a hit first. And here's Wendell Rijo with 2 outs.
I don't even think it looked like it was going to get all the way to the wall at first, but it did since it was the opposite way. They weren't playing him that way.
I like the aggression on the base pass. That's something that the R-Phils have been working on, especially with Mike Jones down there at first. He was a really good runner during his minor league career as Rijo takes a called strike and then swings at 1. Down 0-2. Plus, we have the base running coordinator, Gary Cathcart, in town. So I know they've been working on the extra base running today. And you say, Emily, he got thrown out. How is that good base running? Well, the thing of it is, even if just to, make that effort to try to take 3, see what your body can handle, what your legs can handle, test out, what's going to actually take you to third, I think is all part of being in the minor league system, and that's what we're learning for as Rio smokes this into left field, but Eden is there to make the catch, and the Fightin' Phils end up going down in order. They do get a hit for Jalen Ortiz, but we're scoreless going into the top of the third. More to talk about the learning experience of the minors in just one moment.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wild Missing Family Restaurant and Bakery, Squawk Cafe, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, Jersey Mike's Subs, Klingers on Cressonia, and Subway for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Scoreless as we enter the top of the third here. Ethan Lindau with 34 pitches under his belt. We'll see Dan Schneider, Sebastian Espino, and then back to the top of the order with Zach Cook. Sends a first pitch strike to Davis Schneider. They're going to end up taking away the error for Cam Eden. Ground ball left side. Guzzi's making all the plays at short, and they say he's safe at first, and Sean's going to be up and out of that dugout immediately.
That was close play at first base, and you can see every infielder throw their head back like, come on. It was close, though. Good hustle.
Guzzi made an incredible play. That ball was deep in the hole, and it was a perfect throw to Aldrum.
Quick trip from Sean, already back on his way.
They're not going to get the call they're looking for with this crew. This is a crew that everybody in the league has fought against. And the Fightin' Phils have been ejected by this crew 1, 2, 3, 4 times this season. So we'll see how this series goes. With the runner on first, Espino sends this out to center field. Muzziotti racing over. He makes the catch overhead, and there is out number 1, and the runner stays put on first.
That sun's got to be tough out there. I think Muzziotti redeemed himself on that play. He had to sprint a little bit to his left, but that ball came off that back quickly. And with the sun out there, I can't imagine it's easy to deal with it.
Runner on first. 1 out, and we're back to the top of the order here with Zach Cook.
I talked about earlier how that flag had been kind of dangling down by the pole. Now it's really blowing out to center field.
Cook struck out swinging his first time up. Sends this foul down 0-2. Ethan out of the stretch here with a runner on first. Both teams just one hit, no runs on the board. Or I guess actually the Fisher Cats now have two since that error was changed to a double by Cam Eden. Runner on first. One out, and this is lifted deep to right field. Ortiz back at the wall. He jumps up. What a play! Trying to double up the runner at first. They can't get him, but Jalen Ortiz picks up a huge out in right field as that was just a couple feet shy of going over the fence. And there is out number 2 as Raphael Lantigua comes up.
That was crushed. That looked like it was going to go out. I thought it was at first, but Jalen made a great play at the wall earlier. And we saw Muziati have some trouble with it earlier, but that was played perfectly. Once again, the sun, Jalen, shielding his eyes out there.
Those guys on the right side of the field, Jalen and Aldrum, will have to wait the longest for the sun to stop affecting their game as Raphael Lantigua takes a first pitch strike. He grounded out his first time up, and Davis Schneider still over at first. Lefty has a good eye on Schneider. He's actually going to go over there and keep an eye on the runner, but he stays put. Lindau leans over, gets the sign from his catcher. And now he comes home up and away, 1-1. Ethan, a 5th-round draft pick back in 2017. Gets a swinging strike from Lantigua. Has seen some time in Double-A. He was actually our opening day starter last season and ended up spending most of the year in High A, but was called up to Double-A on May 23rd. This is his 5th season in pro ball, all with the Phillies. Scoreless top 3. Lantigua takes a pitch outside, and the count moves 2-2. 2 outs on the board, runner on first. Phillies are down 2-0 to Toronto. And they're only in the top of the 2nd out in Canada. This ball shot to center field. Simone is there to make the play. And that is out number 3. So after a leadoff hit by Schneider, Lindau picks up 3 balls in the air and scoreless into the bottom of the 3rd we go. We'll see if the Fightin' Phils can give him some run support in just a minute.
Roof Max of West Reading is a safe, easy, proven, and affordable alternative to a complicated and expensive asphalt roof replacement. Roof Max's revolutionary new technology uses natural, plant-based bio-oil to restore shingles flexibility and instantly add 5 years of life to a roof. And treatment is around 20% of the cost of a complete roof replacement. From homes to commercial complexes, Roof Max of West Reading can help. Visit GetRoofMax.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
Bottom of the 3rd, the Fightin' Phils, a chance to get on the board here as we are scoreless at FirstEnergy Stadium. Ethan Lindau has given up just 2 hits, but he stranded both of those runners on the base paths. So we'll see if the Fightins can give him some run support here in the bottom of the 3rd. Aldrum Corridor, AJ Graffinino, and Jonathan Guzman are due up. Corridor sends the first pitch he sees. It's outside. There's a ball.
He originally tried to bunt on that play, too. Trying to show off that speed again.
Well, they're playing way back deep to him, so if he can lay down a perfect bunt as he lines it over the head of the shortstop, never mind, he's got a hit. There's a runner on first to start off this frame.
That was smoked off the bat, too. And Martinez made a pretty good jump at it. It looked like he thought he had it, but it was a little bit over his glove. That's how you want to start this inning, especially with it scoreless.
So he gets on the board first, and here is A.J. Graffinino. Sends the first pitch he sees back on the roof. Graffinino in as the designated hitter today. Has an opportunity to do some damage, or at the very least move this runner over, since there's nobody out here to start the bottom of the third. Quinones, just 26 offerings here. And they'll send Nino a strike right at the knees. Pretty solid start. His last outing, 4 innings of work, 1 hit, 1 run. He did walk 4 batters. Walks, unlike Ethan Lindau, has been a struggle for Quinones as he gets Graffinino to strike out. There's out number 1 here for Jonathan Guzman. He has 20 walks to 26 strikeouts in 24 and a third innings, so averaging about a walk and a strikeout per frame, although we haven't seen him give up any free passes today. 4 innings is as long as he's gone here since he's been with the Fisher Cats, topping it at 81 offerings. As Guzzi bumps this back foul, 0-1.
He's had a pretty strong start here so far. I mean, 1, 2, 3 innings, I guess so, especially with that Jalen Ortiz play at third base and up to 3 strikeouts so far, so it's been pretty strong.
Quinones out of the stretch with a runner on first. Guzzi takes a hefty swinging strike at a pitch up and away. And the count moves to 0-2. '34th round draft pick by the Blue Jays in 2019. Played JUCO in Texas, but out of Puerto Rico. Runner on first, 1 out. Here's the 0-2 to Guzzi, and he sends this way into left, but it ropes foul. And he'll keep his count. Another opportunity awaits.
He's another guy that found success in Richmond. 3 successful sacrifice bunts, and one of which played it a run, so interested to see. Maybe he'll try and lay down a bunt, but I don't know. 0-2, that's a risky game to play.
Here's the offering by Quinones, way upstairs. 1-2 now the count. This is game number 83 of 138. We've got these 6, and then we'll break for the All-Star game. Fightin Phils will be sending Eric Miller and Logan O'Hoppe as the 1-2 gets over the head of Clark, and off to second goes Aldrum Corridor on a wild pitch. A free pass puts a runner in scoring position here and evens the 2-2 count to Jonathan Guzman. The New Hampshire Fisher Cats will send Josver Zulihito for the Blue Jays system up to the Futures game. Zuluita will probably not pitch this week, as he is a starter and will probably throw some innings as a wild offering. Clips the jersey of Guzman, and jogging down to first is Guzzi on a hit by pitch. If it was wild, Corridor would have been able to go to third, but they did say that clipped his jersey. So, on a hit by pitch, Guzman will head to first. Corridor will stay put at second, and the Fightin Phils will have 2 on and just 1 out for the top of the order here with Simone Muzziotti. Fightin Phils don't want to leave runners in scoring position, especially early in this contest.
And that was another high offering too, out on the mound. So
and now
Clark
that's going
to
prompt a visit. Phil Clark jogging down to Quillones.
I mean, that last pitch almost got over the head of Clark as well. And going back to that wild pitch that Corder advanced on, it took a really hard bounce off of the netting behind the plate, and it looked like Clark was going to try and throw down because it bounced favorably to him, but didn't get a good grip on it and drop the ball, so Corder was able to advance.
Looking back, Quillones, now he comes home a called strike, and the count moves 1-1. Fightin Phils trying to get on the board here, scoreless bottom of the third. The Fightin Phils in second place in the AA Northeast side of the Eastern League, just to the Portland Sea Dogs, who swept Binghamton. Muzziotti punches this foul, and his count moves to 1-2. So every game mattering here in the second half as the Fightins are working for a playoff spot here. First half has already been decided. That's Somerset and Richmond, but the second half still got a ways to go. 2 runners on, 1 out here. Quillones looks at home, back at second, at home, back at second. Now he comes up. Muzziotti sharply grounds it right into the glove of the shortstop, and he flips 2. And the Fightin Phils strand a runner on the base pass. We're scoreless to the 4th here at America's Classic Ballpark.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for tonight's White Star. Fight the fight and think fast.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
The time has come for businesses to grow, to prosper, to innovate, to succeed. Tompkins Vist Bank continues to be a leading lender to companies in southeastern Pennsylvania. We make decisions locally and invest locally, so local businesses can thrive. Call a business advisor today and see how we can help your business grow. Tompkins Vist Bank, locally focused, a world of possibilities. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looks like they did not give him credit for shorts and whales, Alexa, so he got 8 as well. That's a tie. That means you're the big winner. Congratulations. You want to say it's a solo sign on this 6. That's the red side.
Here we go into the top of the 4th scoreless at FirstEnergy Stadium. Both teams 2 hits, no runs as Ethan Lindau comes back out. 46 pitches under his belt. He's seen 11 batters, and now on to Orelvis Martinez, John Aiello, and Addison Barger, none of which have the 2 hits. Phillies down 2-1 now as they get a run on the board. Odubel Herrera brought home Bryson Stott. And so they are just down by 1, only in the bottom of the second, as Martinez sends this foul into the left field grandstand, down 0-1. Lehigh Valley trails by 2 to Charlotte. They are in the top of the 3rd. Ali Castillo had an RBI double to bring home Scott Kingery. And they are on the road this week in Charlotte, as Martinez takes the ball. 1-1 the count. This is a ground ball right up the middle. Guzman was playing over to the left, and so Martinez is going to get a base hit to start off this game. And there's a runner on with nobody out. There's some John Aiello fans in the crowd today. He's from Lansdale, Pennsylvania, so not too far away here. And he's got quite a family section as he returns home. Lansdale can't be more than maybe an hour or so here from the park.
I think about an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
One of the suburbs of Philly, so definitely very close.
Is that Bucksco?
It may be, but certainly closer than New Hampshire, that's for sure.
That is definitely for sure. Ground ball left side. This could be 2. 6 for the flip to first. And this time they get him. A ground ball, double play, puts 2 outs on the board and nobody on. And here is Addison Barnger.
They've been running out every single play, has New Hampshire been. That one right there by Leo. And prior to that, we saw a close play that prompted Sean to come out of the dugout. So definitely got to keep playing fast on the infield.
Here's Barger from the left side. Struck out swinging his first time up. Lindau gives him a hefty pitch and a big swing and a miss. And this is sent back, ooh, couple rows in front of us here. I do not need to see a foul ball in the booth. A good catch is made. And he's down 0-2.
I would have made the catch. I would have protected. I would have protected the house.
Didn't have my net out for that one. Thinks about swinging on the outside corner, but Barger holds up, and it's 1-2 with 2 outs on the board here. Top of the 4th, scoreless in Baseball Town. This is sharply struck into the dugout sweep down the right field line. And he keeps his count. Jersey Shore game was postponed, and it said in the box score, postponed venue, which I didn't know what that meant, so I texted our Jersey Shore broadcaster, Greg, and he said the right field wall blew down in the storm, and that game is on the road in Aberdeen, so that is tough. That's tough. Wish them the best of luck in being able to fix their stadium. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and he goes down swinging. Lindau sits him down in order after a leadoff hit, and the R-Phils keep it scoreless. Looking to get on the board first in the bottom of the 4th in just 1 moment.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the R-Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other R-Phils fans, see an R-Phils road game, meet with an R-Phils player, and see 2 Philadelphia Phillies road games. The White Star R-Phils fan road trip visits Erie and Pittsburgh, Thursday, July 28th through Sunday, July 31st. You see the R-Phils at Erie, meet with an R-Phils player or coach, then head to Pittsburgh for a tour of the city, including the Incline, and a ride on the Yankee Clipper riverboat. You will attend 2 Phillies games versus the Pirates on Friday and Saturday before traveling home Sunday with a stop at the Flight 93 National Memorial. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star R-Phils fan road trip to Erie and Pittsburgh. Space is very limited. Sign up today.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Into the bottom of the 4th we go, scoreless here in Baseball Town. The Fightin' Phils will send the top of their order up. Johan Rojas, Johan Camargo, back-to-back Johans here, and then Logan O'Hoppy. Rojas flew out to left his first time up. He'll step in the righty batter's box. He has reached in every single game he's played for the Fightin' Phils. So riding a very solid 10-game on-base streak. 14 hits, 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run under his belt as he takes a first pitch strike. Chops this the opposite way, racing over his Lantigua. He slides, and the throw goes wild. And safe at first is Johan, and I think he should get a hit for that. I don't think even if the throw was good, it wouldn't have got there on time. And a good backup by Phil Clark. Try not to let the ball get out of the field of play, which would have granted him another base.
He may have been past the bag by the time he even threw it.
Good effort there by Lantigua, but Johan gets himself on to start this frame, and so the Fightin' Phils will have a base runner. Any run at this point is the go-ahead run, trying to break a scoreless tie. And here's Johan Camargo with a chance to do damage. Struck out swinging his first time up, chasing a pitch down and away, but he'll have another opportunity here in rehab to try to get the job done. Camargo was placed on the 10-day injured list with a right knee strain back on June 29th. This is his second stint on the IL for that strain. They've caught Rojas. They picked him off. Does he slide under the tag? He does! 7 stolen bases for Rojas here, and he hasn't been caught in Double-A. And that is number 40 on the season. He's only been caught once all summer.
And even though he was picked off on first base and the pitcher threw over, he barely even turned around. He put his head down. He's like, I'm getting this stolen base.
Slid right under the throw.
No hesitation at all.
And gets himself into scoring position here.
And we've seen him steal third a few times. We'll see.
Definitely have. Now Camargo sees a pitch finally as he takes a strike. Crowd excited there with that stolen base. Looking back at second, coming home, Quinones. And it's outside 1-1. Camargo had his major league debut with the Atlanta Braves back in 2017. Played with them all the way up until last summer, so he actually does have a World Series ring all the way under his belt already. As the pitch gets away from Phil Clark, but he keeps it in front of him enough to make the count 2-1. Picked up as a free agent this offseason, signed on December 1st, 2001, after coming up with the Braves since 2010.
He's been here for a while.
A lot of experience in this game, and he's still young.
He's 28.
Thinks about swinging, but he doesn't, and it's 3-1. Through 411 big league games, Camargo's batted .254 with 308 hits. Just a couple of games under his belt as a Philly. 47 games as he fouls this back into the crossbar, back behind the plate, and the count is now full. Switch hitter will step back in on the left side here against the righty Quinones. Rojas out on second, and the Fightin' Phils are trying to bring in the first run of the game. Here's the payoff pitch to Camargo. It's in the dirt. It's ball 4, and he is going to take his base here. They're going to switch out the major league balls. As the Fightin' Phils have 2 on and nobody out here for Logan O'Hoppe, who leads the team in pretty much every offensive category, a .276 batting average. He leads with 61 hits, 40 RBIs, and 41 of his own runs scored. First in home runs with 14, second in home runs, or second in doubles with 11. He also has 5 stolen bases on the season, and he's an excellent catcher. Takes a called strike outside. He flew out to center his first time up.
And that's got to be a boost off the field, too, when you have your offensive and pretty much your leader behind the plate back in the locker room and stronger and healthy. Certainly a boost.
Runners on first and second, nobody out here. Quinones looks back. Ohapi takes a swinging strike on an off-speed pitch, and he's down 0-2. Quinones up to 49 pitches here, so number 50 is coming in. And he hasn't made it past 4 innings of Double-A here. And the Fightin' Phils look to get a jump on him now. Time is called, it's granted. The righty sets up on the third base side of the rubber. Rojas on second, Camargo on first. Both of these guys pretty speedy. And Logan Ohapi up at the plate. The 0-2 sent foul will go again. Glove down at his waist. Quinones takes a big deep breath. The 0-2 again up and in. And it's 1-2. Waiting in the on-deck circle is Jalen Ortiz. He doubled his last time up. The Fightin' Phils have 3 hits. The Fisher Cats have 3 hits, but nobody has a run here in the top of the 4th. The wind blowing left to right now. Not aggressive to the point I think that it'll make a difference, but hopefully it'll cool it off a little bit here at FirstEnergy Stadium as Logan takes another pitch inside, and the count evens 2-2. Catcher Jack Conley out in the bullpen today. Vito Friscia joined Team Italy as a part of Harlem Baseball Week in the Netherlands. He'll be out there all week. He's gotten a couple hits, a couple RBIs, and seen some time in the outfield, so we wish him the best of luck over there. The 2-2 shot out to center field. Cook lets it bounce in front of him, and the runners are going to advance here, 1 base apiece, and Logan Ohapi has loaded them here in the 4th.
I mean, at first, he put his glove up in center field, did Cook. I mean, it looked like,
we watched
just
it back.
This replay, it looks like it was going directly to him, just like right place, right time, but then it just suddenly dropped right in front of him.
And that's one of those plays for Cook where you have to, you know, do the risk-reward evaluation in a heartbeat. If you go for that and you dive for that and you miss it, that's scoring too. If you let it bounce,
definitely.
you load the bases. Ortiz goes the opposite way, and that's going to play to run. The bases are going to stay loaded. No, they're not, as Espino misplays the ball, and Johan Camargo scores as well. The Fightin' Phils up 2-0. So he'll get credit for the base hit, and an error will send home Johan Camargo. And the Fightin' Phils are up 2-0, and Jalen Ortiz delivers big here as the Phils are going after Quinones. No visit from the pitching coach or anybody in the dugout. There is some stretching going on now in the bullpen, but nobody's throwing, so it's going to take them some time to get ready. And we'll see what the Phils can do as Wendell Rijo steps in with 2 on. And nobody out.
And there really wasn't a play coming in from right field from Espino, and Camargo just kind of trotted home. It looked like he was going to pick it up and fire it right to home.
He let it go under his glove, but it wasn't as if it went all the way to the wall. It was just a step or two behind him, and you're right. He pulled up, he thought about the throw, and then I think he just said, got to eat it there at this point. And so the Fightin' Phils pick up 1 run from the bat of Jalen Ortiz and 1 run from an error. And now they have 2 on. And nobody out here. Rijo takes the 1-1 count upstairs. It's in foul territory. Eden giving it chase. Think it's going to end up about 10 rows deep in the left field grandstand. And the Fightin' Phils are trying to do some more damage here. Up 2-0 in the 4th. Ohapi out on second. Ortiz on first. Rijo at the plate, wiggling the bat over his shoulder. Quinones looks back at second, and now he comes home. The 1-2 inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rijo flew out to left his first time up. He had a pretty solid series on the road in Richmond in his last 10 games. He's batting .375. Kind of guy that can really do it all. Takes a big swing and miss, though, in this at-bat, and he'll go down without number 1. Back to the dugout. Here's Aldrum Corridor. Corridor had a hit in his last at-bat. See if they keep the shift on the lefty with 2 on or how they play the situation. Martinez closer to the bag at second. Now he's walking even further over. Pretty big gap on the left side of the infield as Barger is playing near third. Corridor steps in the left side, and he takes the first pitch, a called strike. Looking back at second, Quinones. Corridor chops this past the first baseman. They're going to try to make a play at first, and they do, but the runners advance into scoring position. That was a really good backup by the first baseman and the second baseman. The pitcher covering there was able to get there before Corridor did, but he does move both into scoring position. And with 2 outs, here is A.J. Graffinino. First baseman dove for that ball. He couldn't come up with it, so Lantigua did himself. And Quinones got to the bag in time for the throw. Ohapi on third, Ortiz on second. And here's Graffinino from the left side. Fightin' Phils lead 2-0, bottom of the fourth. They'd love to lead by more here as the righty comes home in the dirt. And now they're going to have a meeting at the mound here in the middle of this at-bat. Looks like the pitching coach heading out, Jim Sykowski. And the catcher as well, the infield staying in place.
I mean, Quinones started off this game really well. It's just been this inning that he's lost a little bit of control on. He's had a lot of pitches high, a lot of pitches inside or outside, but
and I think the thing of it is they haven't been small misses. They've been very large misses to the point that it's prompted a visit from the pitching coach, to the point that there is somebody now throwing up in the bullpen. And we'll see if the Fightin' Phils can do some damage here with 2 outs. They've been pretty solid, and A.J. Graffinino steps back in with a 1-0 count. They've certainly worked up Quinones' pitch count. 62 offerings here.
And credit to the RFLs too. When they've been in the zone, they've capitalized on them too. I mean, 2 runs already in this inning and 2 runners on base.
Certainly good to get the hits with runners in scoring position here as Graffinino takes the ball inside 2-0. Waiting in the on-deck circle is the number 9 hitter, Jonathan Guzman. Just 2 guys haven't seen the batter's box in this frame. Quinones deals. Graffinino pops this up. It's going to stay in the infield. Martinez backs up, makes the catch, and that will end the inning. The Fightin' Phils strand 2 on, but they do score 2. So they take a lead as we head into the 5th, up 2-0 here for Ethan Lindau.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2022 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are healthy, safe, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community for animals anywhere by visiting humanepa.org.
This is the Crazy Hot Dog Bender coming to you from the radio booth. When I need to get somewhere in a hurry and the ostrich isn't cutting it, I hop on my Harley Davidson from Classic Harley Davidson. It's your one-stop shop for all your Harley needs. They have everything you need from boots, jackets, t-shirts, gloves, mugs, and oh yeah, they have a great selection of bikes too, which are almost as good on gas as an ostrich. Go to Classic Harley Davidson for everything Harley Davidson and I'll see you at Harley Night.
Fightin' Phils go up 2-0 as we enter the 5th inning here in Baseball Town. So Ethan Lindau will have a little bit of wiggle room. Cam Eden, Phil Clark, and Davis Schneider due up in this frame. Johan Rojas started off the bottom of the 4th with a hit. He stole a bag and Camargo walked to reach. Logan O'Hoppe loaded them, and Jalen Ortiz sent in a run, and then an error by the right fielder allowed another one to score, and that's how they went up 2-0. Bunt laid down by Cam Eden, but it's got a little bit too much on it as it rolls foul for strike number 1. Whoever was up in the bullpen for the Fisher Cats sat down, so there's a good chance that we do see Quinones out for another frame here. And Ethan Lindau working pretty efficiently, 58 pitches through 4 innings of work, allowed just 3 hits, and no free passes. He did pick up 1 double play ball. Here's the 0-1 to Eden, who sends this out to left field. Rojas running back at the wall, but it's Muzziotti who ends up making the catch, and there is out number 1 to start off the top of the 5th. Check back in on the Phillies. They still trail by 1. They're only in the top of the 4th on the road in Toronto. Charlotte leads Lehigh Valley 4-2. They pick up a big run off of Chris Sharp, the former R-Phil, scoring the other former R-Phil, Ollie Casillo. I mean, there's lots of them actually on the roster. That's how the pipeline works. But still fun to see those guys come up in the clutch as Ethan sends a ball outside to the catcher, Phil Clark.
We'd love to see the former Fightins have some success.
It's always a fun time. Clearwater trails Fort Myers 7-3. They're in the top of the 4th. Wow, a lot of action in that game. Both teams have scored a run in every frame so far, which is pretty crazy since they're very early on in that contest. 2 balls and a strike here to Clark. Chops this up the first base side, but it's foul. And now the count moves to full. One out already for Ethan, trying to preserve this 2-run lead in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the 2-2 to Clark. O'Hoppe tries to frame at the knees. They just don't get the call they're looking for. Solid crowd here at FirstEnergy Stadium on a day, I think, in which everybody thought it was going to downpour. And on the payoff pitch, it's outside. It's ball 4. And that's the first free offering that Ethan has allowed today. Clark will head down to first, and here is David Snyder with 1 away. Pool area is popping. There's a huge birthday party out there. I mean, that's the best place to be no matter the weather. I mean, if it's raining, you're already wet. If it's hot, you're refreshed.
And they're
if
kids.
It's cold, it's warm in there. They're kids. They
don't care.
Anything.
They're just happy to be here.
As are we, as Schneider takes a call inside. West Reading night here at the ballpark has the grandstands filled, and a big "There's No Crying in Baseball Town" t-shirt, I think, brought out a lot of people. That's one of those unique giveaways. As Schneider takes a first pitch strike and then a ball down and away. I think that's one of those giveaways where if you see somebody wearing it in a grocery store, you're like, I get you. You know, like, we have an insider thing going on here. And, you know, you always see those giveaway shirts, but everybody that has gotten it has, like, put it on at the ballpark because there's a sea of that Phillies powder blue. As this is lifted high in the sky, Ortiz waiting to take the first step to play it. Now he comes over a little bit to his right and makes the catch for out number 2, and Phil Clark stays put on first here for the number 9 hitter, Sebastian Espino.
And it's a really nice, as you said, baby blue color, and it's opposed to a lot of white free t-shirts that we've given out here in Baseball Town. And there, if you weren't able to come out and get your t-shirt tonight, there are a lot of powder blue shirts that I just saw in our team store for sale, and they have that nice retro R logo on them too. They're really cool. That powder blue, baby blue.
That's iconic, like retro
so nice.
Phillies. I think everybody can agree the powder blues and the creams are the best Phillies jerseys out there, as Sebastian Estino takes a first pitch ball. And then I think in terms of Fightin's jerseys, everyone loves this throwback black R-Train the best, although the Luchadors getting a good amount of love this season from the players. Wore them 4 times on the road as Espino chases an offering in the dirt, 1-1. Should be a really nice rest of the week at the ballpark. I think like beautiful sunny weather, nothing like overpowering, nothing weather-wise, as Ethan fires this over to first. Corridor puts the tag on Clark, and there is no play. The catcher has 1 stolen base so far this season, but with 2 outs, obviously he's going to be moving quickly with contact. Espino in the righty batter's box with a 1-1 count. The R fills up 2-0. That one moves right in the strike zone, and it's 1-2.
I think that's opposed to the week you had in Richmond with a bunch of on and off rainy weather.
Man, that was tough weather. I can't believe those guys had to play through that. That's tough.
Did it actually start
It
like
literally
really
like
raining at
it
all?
never started like downpouring. It was just like you were sitting in like a rain the whole game. So it was like playable, but you were just like annoyingly wet, and I wasn't even like outside, you know.
But you just felt
and I felt
annoyed
like
for
annoyed
them.
like playing in a mist. Here's a 1-2 sent sharply foul into the stands. He'll keep his count. And it was at the point, there were some points where it was like dripping from the window into the press box, and
Not
I know
good.
our video guy JC was entering like data from the stands in the rain. Everybody out there was in the rain. It just wasn't a very pleasant experience. So it's nice to be back in baseball town here, where it feels great in the comfort of our own home. Here's a 1-2, a big swing and a miss, and Lindau gets the K to end the frame. He strands a runner on here in the 5th, and he holds the fight and fills 2-0 lead. To the bottom half we go, seeing if we can pick up a little more offense in just one moment.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus, 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular season tickets are $31 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
For top-flight local jobs, go with who you know. J.P. Mascaro & Sons, a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands brought on by the pandemic, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com.
Here we go into the bottom of the 5th inning. Ethan Lindau has been firing on all cylinders today as he keeps the New Hampshire Fisher Cats scoreless through 5. The R-Phils lead by 2. They're looking to lead by more. They'll see Jonathan Guzman, Simone Muziati, and Johan Rojas up to the plate. Now, I know it's too early in the second half to start comparing things for playoff spots, but I'm going to do it anyways. Portland, who has the lead, a 3-game lead after sweeping Binghamton, is set to start a series against Somerset as Guzzi pops this foul down the right field line. It's going to end up in the stands for strike number 1. Now, Somerset was the best team in the Northeast League in the first half. They've fallen a little bit off that since, but they still got most of the exact same guys. So interesting to see how that series goes for Portland. They are in a delay. They'll be starting at 8:35. There's a beautiful rainbow over the Hadlock field that I saw went up on their page. I love a good baseball rainbow. as Guzzi sends this foul almost in the exact same spot. I think I like a rainbow over the field more than a cotton candy sky.
Oh,
which is
that's
saying
hard to
something because
beat,
I love a
though.
cotton candy sky, which I think we're going to get one down the left field line right now.
But I think the rainbow is so unique, though.
Right.
You don't see that often. We are blessed with cotton candy skies here, a lot of really nice sunsets, so not complaining about it at all. I love it. But, yeah, I could see where you're coming from.
Something about the rainbow that breaks through it. I mean, it means better things are coming, you know, as Guzman takes back-to-back kind of wild balls out of the hands of Quiñones, and the count evens 2-2. So we'll keep an eye on their game. Fightin Phils, of course, need to win their own. They are in second place, 3 games back.
And it's hard to get a picture of those rainbows, too, because when they're there, they sometimes aren't there for long.
Right, it's very quick. Quiñones comes inside to Guzman, and he works his way back from an 0-2 count. Now it is full. We'll see what kind of command that Quiñones has here. Struggled a little bit in the 4th after sitting down the Fightins pretty aggressively in the first 3 innings. He's up to 70 pitches as Guzman strikes out on a heater upstairs. And there is out number 1 here in the 5th. The Fightin Phils put up 2 runs on 5 hits and 1 New Hampshire error at this point. And they'll go back to the top of the order with Simone Muzziotti, who's 0 for 2 today.
You can see the light kind of bouncing off the buildings behind the ballpark. That's really cool, too.
It certainly is beautiful here at America's Classic Ballpark. Muzziotti sends this out to center field. Zach Cook chasing it back. He'll make the catch. 1 pitch, out number 2 for Quiñones. And here is Johan Rojas. That's where the damage started back in the 4th. He led it off with a single and then stole his 7th base of the season. And he'll come up here on the right side against Louise. So now he's reached successfully in 11 straight games. And he takes a first pitch called strike. Fightin Phils are home this entire week, so looking forward to spending some time with you here at the ballpark. The Philly Fanatic, not like this is golfed up into left field. He makes the catch in foul territory, and that won it. This is the Philly Fanatic. This isn't like Mall Santa. This is like Santa.
The real
Santa.
deal.
So, Fightin Phils are held scoreless here in the bottom of the 5th. To the 6th we go. Reading leads New Hampshire 2-0.
There you are in the great wide open when you hear it. Dinner time. When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if they try, that's what Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable SUVs with available all-wheel drive is for. The Telluride, Sorento, Sportage, and Seltos are how you know we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Visit kia.com for details. Always drive safely.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
The Reading Fightin Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
To the top of the Fisher Cats order we go here for the 6th inning. Ethan Lindau has held them to just 3 hits and a walk here. And the Fightin Phils lead 2-0. As he sends a first pitch ball to Zach Cook, who's 0 for 2 today. Ethan 74 pitches through 5, and Quiñones 73 pitches through 5. Now he gets a strike. 1-1 here to Zach Cook. Lefty-lefty matchup. Cook sends this foul down the first baseline. First base coach tries to make a play. That's Chris Schaefer. And he'll throw it into the stands. Best souvenir in all of sports.
He's had a couple nice one-handed grabs down that line so far.
Here's the 1-2. Ethan hits the outside corner. A big ring up by Tanner Moore, and there's out number 1 to start off the 6th. Strikeout number 5 from Ethan. And here's Raphael Lantigua. Longest outing pitch count wise here in Double-A, 89 offerings his last outing, 6 2/3 his longest inning wise, as he gets a first pitch strike to Lantigua. Couple of guys standing for the Fightin' Phils down in the bullpen as this is grounded to the second baseman. Rijo picks it up over to first, and there is out number 2. Nobody throwing or stretching there for Reading, and nobody up on the Blue Jays side. So it seems the starters have control of this game here. And here's Elvis Martinez. Ethan comes home to the number 2 prospect for the Fisher Cats. He's had 1 of their 3 hits. 1 for 2 today as he takes a ball and then another one inside. There's ball number 3. Got 2 outs on the board. The cleanup hitter, John Aiello, is on deck. And on 4 straight pitches, he's going to walk Martinez down to first, so there'll be a runner on with 2 away here for Aiello. And he's 0 for 2 as well with a double play under his belt. And there his family goes wild again. Lansdale, PA product, went to Wake Forest University. Drafted in the 14th round back in 2018. Now I gotta search and see what high school he went to. Because,
yeah, I was thinking that too.
It could be Lansdale.
It could be North Penn.
Could be North Penn. It could be Lansdale Catholic. I don't know. He goes by Johnny on MLB.com. This is shot to third. Diving is Camargo, but it gets into the outfield, and he picks up a big hit. Sends Martinez to second, and this is the most traffic that Lindau has seen here.
His family's loving that, too.
And now we'll see a quick visit from the pitching coach, Matt Hockenberry.
And he is
never seen him jog out there like that. Usually they give their guy a little bit of time. Oh, he went to Germantown Academy.
Oh, okay.
Should have thought about that.
Did not think of that one.
Played ball out there, went to Wake Forest. That's very exciting. Logan O'Hoppe joins this meeting on the mound here. He'll see Addison Barnger, who's coming up from High A Vancouver. Today, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, both of them obviously to Ethan here. And so I think Hockenberry just reminding him, stay with your stuff here. Just because there's 2 runners on, you've got 2 outs. You'll be able to get there.
Like to get a clock's time on him. And
I know.
The timing.
Somebody get his 40.
Yes.
Sprinting back there as Logan O'Hoppe takes a little bit more time to get back behind the plate. And Barger steps in on the left side. Martinez on second. Aiello on first. The R-Phils lead 2-0. Inside from Ethan. There's ball number 1.
It's got to be so cool playing so close to your hometown, especially at this level. I mean, we see when Josh Ackerman was here, how his family were regular attendees, and I'm sure that's continuing in Lehigh Valley as well.
I think it's fun too because, especially with this park, Lindau hits the outside corner 1-1. We do such a good job of infiltrating this park into the community and having the community, utilize this park. We don't kind of gatekeep this park for minor league baseball. We have lots of tournaments. We have the Berks County Championships. We have lots of travel ball. This is tied up on the inside. I think he gets hit by it, but he also makes contact, so he sends it back, foul, and it's 1-2 now. So, I mean, there's a shot that, he's played here. He's come close to playing here. He's played in some big ballparks in the area. There's a shot he's came to a minor league game here before. So that can always be, super exciting for a kid growing up. Here's a 1-2 upstairs above the letters, and the count moves 2-2. So we'll try to follow up with, his broadcaster and their team and see if maybe there's a connection to this park.
Yeah, I know my brother has played Legion baseball in the between Schuylkill County and Berks County. They kind of play the same teams throughout both those counties, and he made the playoffs, and he actually hit a triple down the right field line.
See, that's always so exciting how it circles back. This is such a full circle game. I feel like,
and he pitched here too, so it was awesome to see.
For how many players there are, for how many levels in minor league baseball there are, I mean, this turns into like the smallest world, I think.
No doubt.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ethan Lindau versus Addison Barnger here. Fightin' Phils look to preserve a 2-0 lead. Lindau looks back at second. And this is just outside. The count is full. Martinez on second, Aiello on first. Waiting in the on-deck circle, Cam Eden. But Ethan's going to want to end it here as they've got somebody warming up in the bullpen. Pitch number 92, so this is the longest pitch count start for Ethan. 2 on, 2 out. The payoff pitch is lined into right. Jalen Ortiz fields it. He fires back in. Here's Logan O'Hoppe. They make the tag at the plate. Nobody more jacked up than Ethan Lindau as the Fightin' Phils keep New Hampshire scoreless. That is their 31st outfield assist of the season. And Jalen Ortiz fires that home. Logan O'Hoppe puts the tag on it. That's Ortiz's 4th from the outfield. And Fightin' Phils keeps their 2-0 lead as we enter the bottom of the 6th. Man, that was an exciting play.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. With Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by eXp Realty, Breakthrough Beverage, Humane Pennsylvania, Origlio Beverage, and Mal Beer. Fiesta Fridays feature special Los Luchador de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Savage Auto Group is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an Our Phils game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play in their Los Luchadores de Reading Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage Auto Group, Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
After an incredible outfield assist by Jalen Ortiz that ends the top of the 6th, and it keeps the Fightin' Phils on top 2-0. We head into the bottom half. Johan Camargo will start it off for the Fightin' Phils. Logan O'Hoppe and Jalen himself due up. And, I mean, Alexis and I were talking over the break. That was the epitome of a perfect throw. If you saw a perfect throw in the dictionary, it's that one.
Yeah, check this out on our socials because we're going to post it, but this was just on a string from Ortiz to Logan O'Hoppe. Logan didn't even have to move a single step, I want to say. At least from our vantage point here, he didn't have to move a single inch to track down that ball and put the tag on the runner.
Camargo slaps this out to left field, and it ropes foul. And so the count evens 1-1. I'm very surprised they keep Quinones in this game. He has 74 pitches under his belt, and he's held the Fightin' Phils to just 2 runs on 5 hits. And they do have somebody up in the bullpen here. As Camargo takes one inside, he is not quite happy with that call. Starting to get that cotton candy sky in the background here.
We're
The
gonna
sun
have
begins to set.
Snap a pick.
He's going to step out of the batter's box. No pitch clock for the Major League rehabber. And here's the 1-2. Inside, good frame by Clark, but they don't get the call. And the count evens. He walked in his last at-bat, ended up scoring on an error. So we'll see if he can start us off with some damage. Shot foul. We'll go again. Turned out to be such a beautiful night here at the ballpark. I mean, 6 o'clock was not pretty. Not look pretty out here. It looked like it was going to be severe torrential thunderstorm. And then now it's literally perfect. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Camargo goes on the left side, and it gets in the hole. A base hit for Johan. And he gets cheers from the crowd. His first hit here in rehab for the Fightin' Phils. And now Logan O'Hoppe comes up with a runner on and nobody out. Man, that was just perfectly placed in the hole. Went the opposite way. And here's Logan with a runner on and nobody out. The Phils lead 2-0. Trying to do some damage here in the bottom of the 6th. Trying to ride that serious momentum that Ortiz gave them by getting the outfield assist and right.
And let's talk about Ethan Lindau coming into the dugout on that play. You said he was fired up, throwing his glove and giving out high fives all over the place. We love to see that energy.
Huge pickup by the Fightin' Phils. And now Logan has a 1-1 count. See how much longer they give Quinones. Glove at the chest. Now he brings it down to the waist. Runner on first. Nobody out. He looks down and up. Then he comes outside. Makes the count 2-1. Quinones up to 80 pitches here. 81 is his season high. Obviously, they're always trying to build these guys, so typically you see more and more with each start until you kind of max out. Shuffling off the bag is Camargo. Ball gets past the catcher, Phil Clark, but not enough, and Logan makes this count 3-1. Bat up on the shoulder of Logan. The 3-1 hits the outside corner, and the count is full. Johan hanging out at the bag at first. Waiting in the on-deck circle is Jalen Ortiz. O'Hoppe 1 for 2 already today. Trying to do some damage. Here's the payoff pitch from Quinones, and he stays alive, fouling it back. Big cheers in the crowd from Logan. He's the Sheets RBI guy today. If he gets an RBI, everybody in the crowd goes home with a coupon for a free specialty drink from Sheets, which, you know, everybody loves free. Camargo shuffles off the bag at first. Here's the payoff pitch from Logan. Checks his swing. And he knows he went around. He heads back into the dugout. And there's out number 1 here In the bottom of the 6th, Jalen Ortiz, who's 2 for 2 with an outfield assist, is having a heck of a game. He'll come up for the 3rd time today with a runner on first and 1 away. And now we'll see a visit from the manager, Cesar Martin. He's going to take out his starter, Quinones. We're going to take a break here as we make a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique vantage point.
Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Stuck in the bottom of the 6th in a very good way, because the Arphils have just knocked out the New Hampshire starter as Luis Quinones leaves with a runner on first and 1 out. Andrew Bash comes out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen, and he sees Jalen Ortiz a first pitch ball. Fightin Phils lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Taking a deep breath is Bash, and now he comes home. Ortiz sends this foul up the third base line. Manager Sean Williams makes the play as he tosses it into the chock-full 67 club. And here's the 1-1 count. Johan Camargo on first after his first hit of the game. Ortiz sends this up the elevator shaft. The shortstop Martinez is called off by Lantigua. Steps into the outfield to make the catch, and there is out number 2. Camargo stays put on first, and here is Wendell Rijo. Rijo looking for his first hit of the day. Has a runner on first. Fightin Phils up 2-0, 6 hits to the Fisher Cats 4, and New Hampshire has made an error in the field so far. Rijo takes the first pitch down and away, ball number 1. Camargo just 1 or 2 steps off the bag at first as Rijo slices this foul into the Fisher Cats dugout. Beautiful. I mean, okay, so this guy had to show me up because I'm talking about how much I love rainbows all over the ballpark, and it paints the most perfect picture today. I mean, it's a 360 because Alexis went out in the break and looked around, and that's got to be it. That's just amazing.
That's an all-timer. Mother Nature heard you.
Yeah.
She said, just
what
wait.
are you talking about? Rio takes a ball outside, 2-1 the count.
Had to take a sprint around to make sure I got back up here in time, but I just had to get the perfect video.
I mean, we're not overselling this here. Runner on first. Rio sends this sharply down the left field line, and it's just foul.
Saw a fan up there point their arm to the right side, but that was foul by
Thank you for helping the umpire.
A good couple feet. But that would have been nice. We've seen a couple balls hug that foul line down in the left field corner. And especially for the opposing team that doesn't really know, especially if they haven't played here before, how that ball can skip around and bounce around in that corner. It's nasty.
Especially off the kind of plush pads on the outfield wall. Things take aggressive hops. Here's the 2-2 with 2 outs. Camargo out on first. Rio takes a ball up and away, and the count is now full. Looks like Trevor Bettencourt warming up in the Arphil's bullpen. We will see if he makes his season debut here with us. He's been with us a couple years past. Runner going. Rio sends this deep in the hole at short, all the way across the diamond, and it gets away from the first baseman, Aiello. Safe is Wendell Rio as he runs it out. That's going to go in as a base hit. Camargo got a good jump on it, and that's how the throw didn't go over there. So 2 on for the Fightin' Phils here as Rio continues this inning with 2 outs. And here is Aldrum Corridor.
Kind of clipped both of them, too. It was a rainbow throw, no pun intended since we were just talking about the weather. But really, it did just arch in, and it looked like it bounced off the chest of the first baseman.
That was honestly the best throw that Martinez could have made over there. It was so deep in the hole that I'm surprised that it was as sharp as it was. And so Rio gets himself safely on first here for the lefty batter, Aldrum Corridor. Camargo tracks back to the starter, Quinones, but Rio now a product of Andrew Bash here. Corridor 1 for 2 today. He's got 2 on as the Fightin' Phils lead by 2. Sends this foul to the backstop, 1-1. The Phillies pick up huge runs. Nick Castellanos, an RBI double, but the run of the game. Bryson Stott, his 5th home run of the season, and he's tied it at 3 in the bottom of the 5th in Toronto. Corridor slices this into the gap in the outfield. Jogging home is Camargo. Racing home is Rio. A 2-run scoring double by Aldrum puts the Arphils up 4-0.
No doubt that Rio was going home on that play. Sean did not stop his arm motion, waving him home. You know the speed that Rio has on him, and now this lead is doubled. Perfectly placed by Corridor, too. There was no chance that anyone was getting to that ball before the wall.
Fightin' Phils showcasing their speed on the base paths right now. I mean, you knew Rio was good, but anytime you can get an extra run, squeeze one out, so important. So here's A.J. Graffinino with a runner on second and 2 outs. That's Corridor out there. Nino is 0 for 2 today as the designated hitter. Righty on lefty matchup. Bash comes inside, 1-1. Bash a 5.03 ERA. Righty reliever. Picked up as a free agent in 2021. Seen time at a couple levels last summer, including being in New Hampshire. So not his first season in Double-A. 2 balls and a strike. Originally drafted by the Angels in the 30th round back in 2019. 3rd season of professional ball as Nino takes a called strike outside, moves to 2-2. Began the year in AAA, but transferred to New Hampshire after the first weekend, then back to AAA, then back. Kind of on the move here. happens to a lot of relievers. Here's a 2-2. Nino goes up the third base line. All the way across the diamond goes Barger. And it pulled Aiello off the bag. Safe is Graffinino. He hustled down the line. It was not a good throw by Barger. And it forced Aiello to come off just to grab the ball. As we watch this back, it was sharply struck at third. And he just sent it way over the head of John out there, and he had to hop up and snag that out of the sky. And so the Fightin' Phils will have runners on the corners as Corridor advanced to third here for Jonathan Guzman. And that's going to go in as an error.
A routine ground ball, it looked like, but credit to Nino there. He really hustled down, and I'm sure at third base, Barger just felt like he needed to really hurry up that throw, and I think it still would have had a chance if it would have been online, but still can't discount the hustle by A.J. Graffinino there.
So a quick visit from the pitching coach, Jim Sykowski here as his reliever struggling to get out of the inning. He came in with some outs on the board and a runner on first, but he hasn't been able to get the job done here in the fight and seeing how much they can take off of him. Reading up 4-0, runners on the corners, 2 away for Guzzi. He was hit by a pitch in the third, struck out in the fifth. First time he's seeing Bash, and he takes the balls. Two outs, Nino going. Throw is offline, and he slides in to steal a bag. That's his 7th in total. And his 5th in Double-A, although that's between Bowie and Reading, it gets a little complicated. But he gets himself into scoring position, and that is huge. Now there's 2 in scoring position, and the count is 2-1 here to Jonathan Guzman. He sends this up the middle. Cook racing over, it holds up in the sky. Man, Guzzi makes such good contact, and I'm just waiting for the day that it starts to fall in. The Fightin' Phils do pick up 2 runs. They strand 2 on. They lead 4-0 into the 7th we go. And we should see the bullpen here in just one moment.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Berks Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Berks Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Lidl is a normal grocery store with aisles and shelves and high-quality groceries, but only Lidl has really low prices. Like so low they're too good to be true. But true. Lidl, suspiciously low-priced groceries.
Our Phils take a 4-0 lead off the bat of Aldrum Corridor. As we head into the 7th, they'll turn to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen as Trevor Bettencourt graces the field for the first time in quite a while here in Double-A. Did have a couple stints of rehab before coming back here, but he has been on and off the injured list for 3 years now, working against that elbow strain, got Tommy John surgery, and now he's back in action, and we'll see what he has to offer here against Cam Eden, Phil Clark, and Davis Schneider. Ethan Lindau exits after a job well done in a start here. 6 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. That is a heck of a start. As Eden thinks about chasing, but he holds up a ball and 2 strikes. Bettencourt, 27 years old, originally a 25th round draft pick back in 2016. The R-Phils, he's had 4 innings of rehab. And he gets Eden to chase. So the first batter he sees back here in Double-A, he strikes out swinging. That's got to feel good. And there's one away here to start off the 7th. Back in 2019, saw time here in Reading. Just 2 2/3 innings of work. Also spent a little bit of time here in 2018. So reliever comes home to Phil Clark outside, 1-0. So originally placed on the injured list back on April 9th, 2019. And then obviously we didn't have the pandemic year, so that's kind of a wash. And then placed on the 60-day IL on May 4th, 2021, and just kind of kept going from there. But on June 21st of this season, began his rehab assignment with the Florida Gulf Coast League, went to Clearwater, and only allowed 2 hits, no runs, 5 strikeouts, so he's well on his way to coming back. And he's a roster spot with us. This isn't a rehab. He's been reinstated from the 60-day IL here as he gets a foul ball back to Phil Clark, and the count moves 1-2. So excited to have him back here in Baseball Town and see what this righty reliever can do in our bullpen. Already got 1 out on the board. Leans over, gets the sign from his catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. Now he comes set, brings the glove down to his waist. Here's the 1-2. Hits the outside corner. A called strike 3, and there's back-to-back Ks for Trevor Bettencourt. 2 away here for Davis Schneider. Looking to keep the R-Phils in this game. They're up 4-0. Infield, outfield, back deep. 2 quick outs on the board in the top of the 7th. He'll see Schneider a ball outside. Sent foul into the R-Phils Plaza area. That'll even up the count. R-Phils looking for a Game 1 win here. 6-game set against the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Tuesday through Sunday at America's Classic Ballpark. Here's the 1-2 inside. 2 balls and a strike. Bettencourt keeps the ball in his right hand. Now he puts it in his glove. Now, nope, it's in his right hand. It's behind his back as he's bending over, getting the sign from his catcher. Now he stands tall, getting his grip, brings it down to his waist. And here's the 2-1. Misses outside, 3-1. Bettencourt, a product of UC Santa Barbara and the University of Tennessee. San Jose, California listed birthplace as he hits the bottom of the strike zone. And now the count is full. Has a big opportunity here. He struck out the first 2 batters he's seen. Can he hit that number 3? Here's the payoff pitch with 2 outs. It's a foul, and we're going to go again. Phillies still tied, bottom 6 in Toronto. 3 runs apiece there. Lehigh Valley trails by 3. They're in the top of the 7th on the road in Charlotte. Jersey Shore's game was weathered out, postponed. outs. Here's the payoff pitch, and he gets him swinging. Trevor Bettencourt, in his first games since 2019, strikes out the side. What a way to come back. Keeps the R-Phils up 4-0 stretch time here at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. With Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by eXp Realty, Breakthrough Beverage, Humane Pennsylvania, Origlio Beverage, and Mal Beer. Fiesta Fridays feature special Los Luchador de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, two great hometown partners.
Savage Auto Group is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an R-Phils game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play in their Los Luchadores de Reading Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage Auto Group, Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
Into the bottom of the 7th at the ballpark, the R-Phils have a 4-0 lead and a commanding performance out of Trevor Bettencourt. Kept it that way in the top half. He struck out the side in his first stint out of rehab. Last time he was here in Reading was 2019. And so the R-Phils up 4-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. The top of the order, Muziati, Rojas, and Camargo do up. Andrew Bash still out on the rubber. Came in back in the 6th and allowed that big double to Aldrum Corridor that ended up driving in 2 runs. 2 balls, 1 strike to Muzi outside. It's 3-1. Just missing the corner, and a good take by Muziati. He'll walk down to first on a free pass to start off the 7th. And here is Johan Rojas, 1 for 3 today, a stolen base, a run scored. What can't that man do? Rojas will come up with the runner on first, and nobody out here. Muziati's got some speed on him. He's already stolen a base. And there he goes. Clark drops it, and he's safe on second. And that's how you break up the double play. That's how you get yourself into scoring position. And the R-Phils, man, are they looking good today. Lays down a perfect bunt, and he's safe at first. No throw, Muzi to third. And the R-Phils runners on the corners here with nobody out. Way to know yourself, Rojas. Perfect bunt down the third base side. It just didn't have enough on it. Barger fielded that not clean. First game over at third, and honestly, it's kind of showing. So here's Johan Camargo with 2 on and nobody out. Camargo a walk, a single, and 2 runs scored as he gets the cheers of the crowd here. Glove of the chest from Bash. Musi on third, Rojas on first. Rojas is off and going. And Clark doesn't even get a throw off. 2 stolen bases for Rojas today. Number 7 and 8 here in Double-A. Number 40 and 41. And so that breaks up the double play as well. It puts 2 in scoring position here. Camargo took a strike, though, and the infield's going to come in. Reading up 4-0 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bastiels, this is lined sharply into the 67 club, and Camargo down 0-2. Both of these runners very speedy on the base paths here, taking extra leads. Infield playing in. Bash looks down and up. Here's the 0-2 to Johan. Lined again, foul. Sky's dark now here. Baseball under the lights in Reading, Pennsylvania. 2 on. Here's the 0-2 to Camargo way inside. Ball and 2 strikes. Somebody up warming quickly for the Fisher Cats. I think Reading's going to have somebody come in the 8th either way. Fightin's up 4-0 in the bottom of the 7th to open this game, to open this series. Camargo goes up the middle. They're playing in. It's going to get to the outfield. 1 run scores. Here's Rojas. No play at the plate, and the R-Phils lead 6-0. RBI single for Johan. A multi-hit game, and he drives in a pair of runs. And the R-Phils are in control of this contest today. And that's the risk you take when you play in as close as they were. Yeah, you could get the out at the plate, but if something gets up, nothing you can do about it. And so here's Logan O'Hoppe with a runner on first and still nobody out. Hop 1 for 3 today. He takes a first pitch ball against Bash. There's a strike called on the outside corner, 1-1. Hop, big bat on his shoulder, sends this the opposite way, but it goes foul, 1-2. Camargo out on first. Stepping off is Andrew Bash. You get 2 step-offs per at-bat. So there's number 1 here. I bet that Logan's going to be his last batter. Runner on first. Here's the 1-2. Way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Relievers up to 36 offerings here. And Fightin' Phils lead 6 runs on 10 hits. So they get a nice double-digit hit count. 15 hits in a game is their highest in the season. Did that against Binghamton. Bash comes home. Logan takes it into left field. Coming in is Eden. He'll make the catch. That was sharply struck. And there is out number 1 here for Jalen Ortiz. And yep, that'll be it. Here's the manager, Cesar Martin, stuck in the bottom of the 7th. The R-Phils lead 6-0. We'll take a break, allow the reliever to warm up, and we'll be right back here. Fans, don't go anywhere. Fightin Phil's up 6-0 here, stuck in the bottom of the 7th. Johan Camargo out at first after 2 runs came off of his bat with a single. Our Phils have 1 out here as Jalen Ortiz and Wendell Rijo are due up, and they've knocked out Andrew Bash of the game. And so they'll make a pitching change here as Thomas Rue Thomas Rui comes into the game. And Rui sends a first pitch ball to Jalen Ortiz. Man, this is the second time that somebody's pulled the pitcher before Jalen got up to the plate. He is 2 for 3 today. Rui sends him a swinging strike, 1-1. Camargo shuffling off the bag at first. He had a multi-hit game here. So has Jalen. Takes a swinging strike, 96-mile-an-hour fastball out of Rui. And the count moves to 1-2. Just 1 out here, bottom 7. Our Phils have led this game, and by more than just the score, I just mean in terms of play. They have outplayed the Fisher Cats as Ortiz strikes out swinging. There's out number 2 here. And here is Wendell Rijo with a runner on first and 2 outs. First baseman Aiello holding on Camargo. Rest of the infield, outfield back deep as a pitch gets away from Rui. Makes it 1-0. Rui promoted from High A Vancouver on June 10th. After having a 2.11 ERA in 16 games, he goes outside to Rijo again, 2-0. Signed as an undrafted free agent in 2020. They only did 5 rounds that year, so most of those guys were signed. Rijo takes another ball below the knees, 3-0. Played at University of Nebraska Kearney, also Missouri Western State University. Comes out, gets an out, and now he's struggling against Wendell Rijo here with Camargo on first. There's 2 away. The Arphils lead 6-0. And that's ball 4 above the letters. So 4 pitches. Rijo will get a free pass down to first. Camargo shifts to second, and there's 2 on here, 2 outs for Aldrum Corridor. And you know what happened the last time Corridor came up with 2 on, 2 outs? He drove them both in. Our Phils lead 6-0, a chance to do some more damage here in the bottom of the 7th. Put a little distance between them and the Fisher Cats. Rui takes a huge breath before he steps back on to the rubber here. Corridor cheers in the crowd, and this is a called strike on the outside corner. Righty-lefty matchup. 94-mile-an-hour pitch from Rui. With 2 outs, both of these runners shuffling off the bag. They'll go on contact. This is inside, a called strike, 0-2. Somebody's waiting in the bullpen for the Arphils. They've been waiting for a long time. There's 2 on and 2 outs. Here's the 0-2 to Aldrum, and he sends it foul. He'll get to go again. Leaning over, gets the sign from his catcher, Clark. Camargo on second, Rijo on first. The Arphils up 6-0 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. He's going to run out the pitch clock here if he doesn't throw in 1 second. And he didn't throw, so, well, they're letting him restart it. It's interesting which crews call, because last week we saw about 7 pitch clock violations, and here they're saying just keep it rolling. Here's the 0-2 to Aldrum. It's down and away, a ball and 2 strikes now. Bash's line is not closed. He's responsible for Camargo out on second. Rijo was walked there by Rui himself. There's 2 on. Here's the Arphils threaten with 2 outs. And Corridor pokes this to the third baseman. He's going to go across the diamond. He makes a good throw this time. And that will end the inning. Camargo drives in 2 runs. The Arphils lead 6-0. They do strand 2 on the base pass. To the 8th we go here in Baseball Town, and to the bullpen we go as well.
K Pool and Spa offers a variety of expert services for both in and above ground pools and hot tubs. They provide the service for Pool Pavilion at the FirstEnergy Stadium and keep it clean and maintained throughout the entire season. Based in Reading, Pennsylvania, they've been family owned and operated for 40 years. Turn to K Pool and Spa for the best value and professional service.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider for the Arphils. International Fireworks shoots all 33 fireworks shows throughout the Arphils season, including 6 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a retail store in nearby Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Arphils.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin' Phils game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Arphils game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Francisco Morales comes out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen here for the top of the 8th with a 6-run lead over the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. He'll see the number 9 hitter, Sebastian Espino, and then top of the order, Zach Cook and Raphael Lantigua. Espino, 0 for 2 today. Mo sees him a first pitch strike and then a ball inside. Trevor Bettencourt finishes with an impressive line. 1 inning of work, 3 strikeouts, 15 pitches. They get up, he sat him down. So he kept the Arphils in lead. They put on 2 in the bottom of the 7th, and they lead 6 runs on 10 hits. No runs on 4 hits for the Fisher Cats, and they've made 2 errors in the field. Mo gets that fantastic slider, and Espino chases it down and away. So he's got the righty 1-2, and now he's got him 1-3 because he strikes out swinging, and there is out number 1 in the 8th. It's 4 straight strikeouts for the Fisher Cats as they go back to the top of the order with Zach Cook, 0-3. Can you really say 1-3? I'm going to say it. 3 strikes. You're out. From the left side, here is Zach Cook. He's 0 for 3 in today's contest. The Arphils pitching staff has struck out 9 batters. Sends a ball to Cook. 96 miles an hour here from Francisco Morales. A little bit of a shift here. Five outs to go for the Fisher Cats. The Arphils hopefully only have 3. There's a strike, 1-1. Really no wind out there in center field. It's a beautiful night at the ballpark. 1 ball, 1 strike. up high, 2-1. Got to check out the Phillies game. They were down 4-3 when I looked last. They had the bases loaded, so they got out of that jam. It's still 4-3. And they're only in the top of the 7, so time to catch up and then some, of course. Mo misses outside, 3-1. Lehigh Valley trails 5-2 to Charlotte. You know who hit that big 3-run home run? It was former Fightin Phil, Adam Hazley, came over on the McKinley Moore came over on that trade with the Chicago White Sox, and Hazley's been in AAA this entire time. This is grounded to the second baseman. Wendell Rijo makes a great play, and there is out number 2 for Francisco Morales here in the 8th. I was talking to Rijo because he looks so good at third, and he's played at second, he's played a couple positions, and I asked him, what's your favorite? And he's most comfortable playing second base. That's really where he spent the majority of his career. This is lined into right. Ortiz takes a couple steps back, and he makes the catch. But he loves playing middle infield with Jonathan Guzman. That's why second is his favorite. So 3 up, 3 down for Francisco Morales. On to the bottom half we go. The R-Phils lead 6-0 here in Baseball Town.
Gear up for Fightin Phil's season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin Phil's team store at FirstEnergy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin Phil's hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear, plus throwback, black, R-Train, R-Phil's attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The sound of an ice-cold Corona is music to my ears. Oh, run that back. Dope. Now drop that beat. And hit me with the hook, player. Hey, whatever you do with your fine life, just do you, player. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
To the bottom of the 8th, the R-Phils lead 6 runs on 10 hits. No runs on 4 hits for the visiting Fisher Cats, and it's Reading's turn to bat in the bottom of the 8th inning. A.J. Graffinino, Jonathan Guzman, and Simone Muzziotti due up. Francisco Morales got us down 1-2-3, and so just 3 outs left for the Fisher Cats. Infield, outfield, back deep to Nino as he takes the first pitch strike and then a ball outside. This is well struck, but it's foul, and that moves the count 1-2. Nino reached on an error his last time up and then promptly stole second base. Righty on lefty as he sends this foul again. Man, if he can move that over, that is long gone. One ball and 2 strikes here Thomas Rui came out to relieve back in the 7th, and he'll get the 8th as well as he comes inside on Graffinino and evens the count 2-2. Beautiful night here at the ballpark, and guess what? We get to go again all week. Here's a 2-2. Hits the inside corner, a called strike 3. Out number 1 here to start off the bottom of the 8th inning as Jonathan Guzman comes up. Tomorrow's contest will feature TBD for the R-Phils on the mound. Don't know who's going to be out there as of yet. Hayden Yinger, the righty for New Hampshire, is going to be on the rubber. I'll post that starter as soon as I get it from our manager. But that's a 7 o'clock game here at the ballpark. Above the letters here to Guzzi to start off this at-bat. 94-mile-an-hour pitch out of Rui. Makes it 1-0. Guzman swings on an off-speed pitch. 1-1 the count. Game has slowed down a little bit here. We were cruising, reaching about the 2.5-hour mark right now. Guzzi takes a swinging strike, 1-2. Checking in on that Portland game that got a really late start. Somerset up 3-1. They're only in the bottom of the 3rd. This is chopped by Guzzi to short. It bounces awkwardly on the grass. He tries to run it out to first. And he's definitely safe as the ball comes out of Aiello's glove. I think there's a shot he would have ran it out, even if it was a perfect throw. I'm going to watch this back on the board here as we wait the scorer's decision. It was slow rolling to short. Well fielded. It took quite a bit to get out of the glove of Martinez, and I think Guzzi might have gotten there either way, but I await the scorer's decision here. And that's going to go in as a base hit. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle, our official scorer today, giving me all the calls here from the main portion of the press box. So the Fightin' Phils will have a runner on first, their 11th hit of the game. As we go to the top of the order, Simone Muzziotti. Takes a first pitch strike. Muzzi bloops this into the shortstop. Martinez takes a step back, and he makes the catch for out number 2. And here's Johan Rojas. Another multi-hit game here for the number 4 prospect. A hit, a bunt single, 2 runs scored, and 2 stolen bases. And he's got a runner on first with 2 outs here. The R-Phils lead 6-0. Looking down and up, here's a 1-0. In for a strike on the outside corner to Rojas. 1-1. When we get into the top of the 9th, the Fisher Cats will have just 3 outs, and it looks like they're going to see McKinley more out of the bullpen. They'll have the heart of their order due up, though, in the top of the 9th. But the R-Phils lead 6-0 here. Rojas pops this foul. It's going to hit the roof. You can hear it smack there. Keep his ball and 2 strikes. Got to give tons of credit here to Ethan Lindau. 6 innings of no-run ball. Toss it off to the bullpen. Chipper back to the pitcher. Good play is made by Rui, and that'll end the inning. The Fightin' Phils get a hit, but they strand him on in the 8th. So to the top of the 9th we go. Reading 6, New Hampshire 0.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spend time in Baseball Town. Visit rphils.com/programs to check it out.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike.
Now coming into the game for the
McKinley Moore on to try and close out this win for the Reading Fightin' Phils. They're up 6-0 in the top of the 9th inning. Alexis Yoder here with you on for the 9th inning. It's McKinley Moore. First pitch, first strike. And Martinez takes this one out to center field. Muzziotti sails under it. And there is out number 1. McKinley Moore is on here for the Reading Fightin' Phils. The pitching staff has been phenomenal tonight. Shutout is still in play for the Fightin' Phils. So it was Ethan Lindau, went 6 strong scoreless innings in the start. Then Trevor Bettencourt coming in for the first time in 2 years since 2019 in an Our Phils uniform, struck out the side as Aiello comes in here to bat for the Fisher Cats. It'll be 1-0 to him. Grounds this one to second base. Rijo up with it, over to corridor, and there is out number 2. Just 4 pitches here for McKinley Moore, and there are 2 outs on the board. And Addison Barger up here as the Fisher Cats are down to their final out in this contest as they trail 6-0 to the Reading Fightin' Phils. McKinley Moore leans over, gets the sign from Logan O'Hoppe back behind the plate. Now he comes set. And here comes the pitch. It's in there for a called strike 1. 0-1 the count to Barger. 11 hits to 4 for the Our Phils here against the Fisher Cats, as Moore deals just a bit high. The count evens out at 1-1. This is the first game of a 6-game home series for the Reading Fightin' Phils against the Fisher Cats. We hope you'll join us here on the call or in Baseball Town. This one is chopped to second base. Rijo over, fires in the air, over to corridor. Safe is the call at first base. And corridor falls to his knees after making that catch. A phenomenal play by Riho. He can't believe it over there. He is standing there. He did make one heck of a play. Now this one was chopped a little bit to his right. Did have to go a considerable distance to get to that ball, and he made the catch. All of his body flung into the air over the corridor. It was a brilliant throw. But Barger ran it out just enough. And now there's a man on first with 2 outs here for Cam Eden. He's 1 for 3 today. Eden reached on a double back in the 2nd inning, but flew out to center field and struck out in the 5th and the 7th. Count is 1-1 to him, as he tries to keep this 2-out rally going here for the Fisher Cats. McKinley Moore leans over, gets the sign. He'll check back at first base. Keeping an eye on Barger. The righty deal, swing and a miss by Eden. 1-2 as the Fisher Cats are down to their final out here. Fans coming to their feet here at Baseball Town. McKinley Moore leans over, gets the sign from Logan O'Hoppe. Back behind the plate. He'll wind and fire. Here's the pitch. This is sent foul back over the dugout. Over the press box, excuse me. We'll go again here. As Eden looking to keep this inning going for the Fisher Cats. He'll dig in to the righty's batter's box as time is called. I'll take a step out. Back in he goes. Addison Barnger on first base here for the Fisher Cats. As McKinley winds, fires, swing, and he does go around, checks his swing. But that is strike 3, and the inning is over. The ball game is over as the Arphils stream out of the dugout to celebrate this 6-0 victory to open up this 6-game homestand here against the Fisher Cats before the All-Star break. And what a game from the Reading Fightin' Phils pitching staff. Ethan Lindau, 6 scoreless innings here. Definitely, without a doubt, his strongest starting appearance here for the Arphils. Started the season in Jersey Shore. He gives up just 5 hits, no runs, finished with 5 strikeouts through 6 innings. Then Trevor Bettencourt, as I said before, it's been 2 seasons, I should say, considering the missed season due to the pandemic. It's been 2 seasons since he's been here with us in Reading. Dealt a strong 7th inning, struck out the side. And Francisco Morales in the 8th, and McKinley Moore shuts them down in the 9th inning here as the Arphils claim a 6-0 victory over the New Hampshire Fisher Cats to open this series. That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We hope you'll join us here tomorrow night as the Arphils once again host the New Hampshire Fisher Cats at 7 o'clock in Baseball Town. For Emily Messina, I'm Alexis Yoder.